welcome to this special, very special edition of Scoreline. Now, normally this show is all about your traditional sports like basketball and football, but for this one, we're gonna be trading in the court, the pitch, for pixels. We're in Saudi Arabia, the capital for the Esports World Cup.
The greatest players in the world are here.
Lock in, load up!
It's where players and fans from all over the world converge on Riyadh to witness the growing world of competitive gaming.
Let's go Twisted!
We're gonna be in front of the action, test out some games and see how bad we are compared to the real deal. And talk about the past, present, and future of esports. All with me, Talha, Duman, for the next 13-ish minutes. Tournaments. In the world of sport, we kind of know the drill, we know how they work, right? But this Esports World Cup is a bit different. Come around, let me explain, I'll explain. Now, all right, this isn't only a single event, it's a multi-week odyssey. Think the Olympics for the digital age or the Champions League for controllers.
The biggest game of the season.
Now, understanding all the interest is just simple math. Gaming is on the very forefront of modern entertainment. It comfortably eclipses both film and music combined, with a market size of almost $300 billion. And if you need more proof, here are actors, sports stars, singers just raving about gaming.
You know, some people think it's a downfall in my career, you know, why is he not fully invested in tennis? It's because I have such a passion in gaming. You know, most of my relationships that I've met and my best friends in the world are from the gaming world.
My take on Call of Duty is sat on an Xbox in my bedroom. Their take on Call of Duty is sat in front of 2,000 people singing like football fans.
Like there's so many people cheering for the players and you can see how much work the players put into to get where they are now, so it's amazing.
In all eras of time, we've deified various artists, and if you think back to the Renaissance, it would have been painters and sculptors. These guys have the same sort of artistry and the same proficiency and skill, and they're prodigies of a sort that they, to me, rank in our modern world up with those artists.
Now, esports, and specifically the Esports World Cup, is the ultimate proving ground for gamers. Wow.
But today, we go to war.
This one is only the second edition, but it's already the largest professional esports event in the world. Hence, it's being called a World Cup. And with the name comes star power. You have Cristiano Ronaldo, the official ambassador. Kaká and OG Ronaldo, they played EAFC together here. And pop star Post Malone headlined the very flashy opening ceremony on July 8th. But the numbers tell an even flashier story. Okay, so for starters, more than 2,000 athletes from more than 100 countries are competing. There are 25 esports, so that's 25 different competitive games in 26 individual competitions. Now, the total purse, which is the big headline of this whole competition, is $71.5 million, the biggest for any esports competition, 7 million of which will go to the best club, the best overall team here in Riyadh.
All the teams around the globe have been investing in more rosters and more game titles just because the prize pool for EWC is very lucrative. And one thing you have to keep in mind is that the $27 million prize pool for the club championship alone, and the first place is $7 million, that goes to the club directly. It doesn't go to the players or anything. So that means it's basically the biggest return of investment for any club that would jump into more titles.
Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, the same one that's involved with Newcastle United, Live Golf, etc., are financing the tournament through the Esports World Cup Foundation. But putting together a spectacle this grand, all the star power and money to one side, the Esports World Cup, at its beating heart, is all about the gaming, the competition. All right, I can almost hear you asking, feel you wondering if esports are sports. Does professional gaming count? Why call it sports? Well, let's go around Boulevard City and ask people that question, though it might be a little biased. Come on.
You really need to focus to establish what you want and looking for your goal. So I would say yes.
They're playing.
anyone playing in sport.
The question is, are esports sports?
Kind of.
Are they sports?
Yes, of course it's a sport. Because it needs you actually use your brain, and everything you use your brain is a sport, but not math.
We're training a lot of hours. We have physiotherapy. We have a lot of things that traditional sports have too.
We have a game, we have rules, we have a crowd, we have events, tickets. What needs to be?
Are you not entertained?
Well, is darts a sport?
That's a good question.
If it is, then absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's, to be honest, I think it's a question that everyone always asks. And to be honest, I don't really think it matters.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the esport that's considered a natural magnet for your traditional sports lovers, EA Sports FC, formerly known as FIFA.
It's all come down to this one.
The game is pretty simple to understand if you're a football fan, and the tournament even more so. Basic knockout style, each clash takes about 20 minutes.
And this is where all the magic happens. The game's battleground, the SDC Esports Arena. It's where 32 of the world's best virtual football players battle for their digital lives, all to be whittled down to just one champion in the end.
And it was 20-year-old Dutch gamer Manuel Bashouri making history. He became the first two-time world champ after beating Frenchman Brice Masson 5-3 in the final, taking home the $250,000 prize.
Manu Bashouri, your 2025 FC Pro World Champion!
He says, claiming top spot in a tournament like this isn't too different to traditional sports.
I think you can compare, like, in my case, like an EFC player to all the 1v1 sports, so tennis, darts, whatever you can name, because it's very mental. Yeah, probably the guy who wins is always just the guy also who handles the bad situations a bit better and stuff like that. So in that sense, you can compare it with, like, I think it's difficult to compare with football or basketball because those are team sports.
Money like Manu Bashouri won is certainly a big motivator on a stage like this, or cool slow-mo footage with a trophy, you decide. But talking to Sam Turkpaz, who's the Senior Director of Esports Product over at Electronic Arts, the powerhouse studio behind the game, EAFC, you get a sense that basic human psychology is also at play.
Esports, I think, is an integral part of the advancements in gaming. And when you think about any game, whether that's grass pitch football or virtual football, the goal that anybody really has is to play somebody and beat them. It's so natural that people compete on a small scale. So think about friends competing, playing on a TV together at home on the same console, to online modes where ranked play is so important, all the way to esports. And I think what esports does for gaming is it shows what that path is to be so good at the game and what your opportunity is. And it is also aspirational and fun. So if you love a game, watching somebody compete at the highest level is amazing because you actually want to do what they do to get better. And that just pushes forward gaming because it shows that gaming is not just a form of entertainment that you play, but a form of entertainment that you interact with and watch. And when we think about gaming as an industry, gaming is, you know, the biggest entertainment industry in the world. So it's a pretty natural extension of gaming as fandom, and it helps push it along and gets it more visible, more out there, and really shows you, also shows how people come together around gaming in really amazing ways, like here at the Esports World Cup.
Okay, so the EA Sports FC tournament is done and dusted, but the gaming action doesn't stop there. You've got intense one-on-one brawls like in Street Fighter, the tactical shooter showdowns like in CounterStrike, and arguably the most popular of all, Battle Royale games. Think PUBG, Apex Legends,
and of course Call of Duty Warzone. Now games like this one pit multiple teams of usually 3 to 4 players against each other in a frantic fight for survival. It's a test of reflexes, teamwork, and composure. It's where the last man standing wins it all.
For newcomers, games like Warzone make esports easier to grasp. Shoot, survive, win. Very straightforward, and pixel-perfect shots and very well-timed grenades had Riyadh roaring.
In the arena, the Judgment Day is here.
In the end, Team Twisted Minds toppled tournament rockstars Team Falcons.
Lennon, he is finished. We are about to come down to our final two teams. As the kill goes huge. Almond jumps on down. Twisted Minds. They do it to the very end. It was patience all the way through. It will reap them their reward.
What did you guys do different than Team Falcons to be able to dethrone the defending champions?
I mean, everyone went in with the same goal to win. I just think today, you know, we played with a chip on our shoulder. We played with, I mean, me personally, I played with vengeance. I hate losing. I'm not a sore loser. I'm just very competitive. Played sports my whole life growing up, so.
I'm not going to say a full David Goliath versus story, but they've been very dominant over the last 2 years. They haven't lost a LAN event like this before, so to be able to be the team that was able to dethrone them, it feels good.
For the rest of us who aren't quite as talented to win the competitions here, the Esports World Cup still offers fans a chance to see what professional gaming might feel like. And if you're anything like me, it's like being a kid in a candy store. Come on.
Yeah, let's choose Fenerbahce. Where's Fenerbahce?
Let's see if years of driving in Istanbul can help me now.
I feel like a giraffe at a watering hole. Oh my god, I'm terrible! Oh my god. What's your name?
My name is Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman?
Yes.
How old are you?
16.
16. I'm 33. Let's see who's better.
What?
Okay, I'm discovering the buttons. Ay.
Okay, so 2 years, 2 amazing mega events organized. This one's gonna end on the 24th of August. And if 2024's numbers of almost 500 million unique viewers tuning in is anything to go by, 2025 is set to level up. But how crazy of a task is it to get every piece of the puzzle here at the Esports World Cup just right?
And so after all those fun games, let's get the Chief Operating Officer of the Esports World Cup Foundation, Mike McCabe, to join us. Mike, thanks for joining our show, Scoreline. Now, to start things off, what you guys have been doing here is just incredible. We were at the fan zones, we tried a bunch of games. For you guys, how has the foundation been able to hype up and bring up esports throughout the years?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for coming. It's amazing to have you here, and to be able to see and experience the Esports World Cup is really the way we love people to understand a little bit more about esports. And we've done a few things to try to amplify this year. So we've tried to connect the games in a greater way than we have historically with our trophy system and with a whole host of other fun elements that have really connected the players and the fans together. We've also wanted to support the clubs as well, because without the clubs and the publishers there is no Esports World Cup. And then one of the other things that we're working a lot on is to try to open the aperture of esports. Historically, esports has been very much an endemic sport or activity, and so we've created a whole host of different elements to open that aperture and appeal to a much broader, more mainstream audience. So we have our documentary, our docuseries that is on Amazon Prime, and we've also created a linear TV show called Spotlight, which is broadcast on linear around the world as well. And that's bringing athletes, it's bringing actors and kind of high-profile individuals from all walks of life who love gaming. And we've been able to bridge the highest performance esports athletes with entertainment, sport as well to really open that aperture.
Make it a more immersive kind of experience, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And finally, it's going to be a very quick question, but what's one game that's not here that you want to see next year?
There's actually a few. I'm not going to mention one because we're always watching. And for us, that's what's wonderful about video games is the evolution. And there are games that are breaking every day. So we've got probably 5 to 10 that we're monitoring at the moment. There's also, it's important to have continuity. And so there's key esports titles that we want to, that have got that following and that fandom, and we want to be able to continue to satisfy that.
And so you answered my question without answering my question.
Very political.
It's all right. It's all right. Mike, thank you so much for talking with us. And,
My pleasure.
Big hopes for next year as well.
We'll look forward to welcoming you back.
Thank you.
All right, that's the way it is from the Esports World Cup. We got to see some amazing video gaming action, tried some stuff out ourselves, failed miserably, and we even got to witness the trajectory of this mega event, which is probably going to get even bigger next year. From me, Talha, Duman, and my colleague from behind the camera over there, Kadir, Furkan, Durak, thanks for coming along on our little scoreline journey here in Riyadh. Bye-bye.